You have to treat trading as a business.
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry, sir.
Hey! Dada, why?
Business.
Yo, what's up guys? Dr. Ambitious here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're joining for the first time, you might want to subscribe to this channel, because on this channel I like to document my trading journey and teach you guys what I can teach you guys along the way, so you guys can be better traders while I'm also growing. So in this channel, what I would like to talk to you guys about is how you can actually be a better trader. Over the years, in terms of my personal trading, I've picked up a few things, and I'm gonna be sharing with you just a few tips that has actually worked for me and made me a profitable trader during my journey. So let's go. Tip number one: forget about being a trader in the first place. You are not a trader. You shouldn't be a trader. In fact, if you are a trader, there's a very high chance you will not make money. To be a profitable trader, that sounds weird. I'm trying not to use that word trader, but you guys get my point here. That's actually weird because I'm trying not to use the word trader, but I still have to use it. To be a successful trader, you have to be an analyst. So from today on, don't see yourself as a trader, see yourself as an analyst. You need to be analyzing the market, not trading the market. If you wake up in the morning and your number one goal is to trade, there's a very high chance you are gonna force a trade even when you shouldn't be trading. So your first goal is to analyze the market, see what the market is, look at its natural habitat, see what has happened the previous day, see what is happening on that day, and determine if it's a safe environment for you to be in at that specific time. You have to analyze the market, zoom out, be relaxed. Don't have a mindset of, oh, I gotta trade today, I gotta make some money. Because if that's the way you are approaching the market, there's a very high chance you're gonna lose money, because you're just gonna make things up. You're gonna tell yourself, oh, I've seen this a retest, or I break an retest, when it did not really happen. You're just gonna be making things up, and you will be trading when you shouldn't be trading. So the number one point is you have to approach the market as an analyst, not a trader. That's the number one point. Approach the market as an analyst, not a trader. And once you start approaching the market as an analyst and not a trader, you will actually see for yourself, and you will experience that calmness in you, because you're no longer waking up with anxiety that, oh my god, I might lose money today, or I might make money, like whatever it is. When you wake up and you are determined just to analyze the market, you will not be stressed, you will be much relaxed. There's a very high chance you will not take garbage trades, and you're only going to take your highest probability trades. That is the goal of approaching the market as an analyst. That's the end goal for that, because you're going to be very picky on whatever trades you take. And moving on to my second point, you have to be a risk manager, like a literally professional risk manager. That should be another priority for you. When it comes to risk managing, you're not just managing your risk, you also, because many people are good at risk managing. Many people you know how to set your stop loss. You are very good at that, and once a trade hits your stop loss, you're out of a trade. That is good. But there's another aspect to risk managing, and that is called the reward managing. You must learn to manage your profits as well, because if you're good at managing your risk and you're not good at managing your reward, you will not make money in the long run. So you need to be a good risk to reward manager. Okay, so before you enter a trade, you must predetermine how much you want to lose for that trade. And if you don't want to do money value, you can say, okay, for this trade you must know how many percentage you want to lose, if that makes you feel better. Let's say you want to lose a percentage for a trade. Before you enter that trade, you must determine how many pips your stop loss is going to be. You must give yourself enough room in case there's a pullback into your area of entry, and your trade is sitting in a loss for a period of time before it goes back in profit. So your stop loss needs to have enough room before you even think of entering that trade, so that you don't get stopped out and feel the need to get back into the trade. And by the time you enter the trade, you're more relaxed. You've made sure you've checked at least 3 things off your list that, okay, these are the 3 things I need to see before I enter the trade. And once you check those lists, you predetermine how much you can afford to lose for that trade, and then you also predetermine how much you can potentially get for that trade, which is called your take profit. So if you're gonna do a 1, 2, 3 risk to reward, you're risking 1 to get 3, risking 1% to get 3%, or risking 2% to get 6%. That must also be predetermined. And once your trade is in profit, you must learn to manage your profit very well. Sometimes you might have to ignore a trade for a long time when it's in profit, because if you're constantly checking a trade while it's in profit or even while it's in loss, you will feel the need to react to the randomness of the market. Pay attention to the word I used there, the randomness of the market. The market is so random. That is why it's very difficult for day traders to make money. That's why people like all the billionaire investors, millionaire investors, they literally say day trading is garbage. There's no way you can make money with day trading, because they understand the randomness. But in this randomness, me and you, we have managed to find a way to see the potentials of us actually making money, to see the potential of the market and to see that, okay, it's actually possible to make money. Don't screw that up. Don't watch your trade while it's in profit. Don't watch your trade while it's in a loss. Give it room to breathe, because if you're constantly watching your trade, you're gonna react to any sudden move, any sudden spike. You will feel the need to close the trade prematurely. And what happens when anything happens prematurely? It's not yet mature, and there's a very high chance it's gonna die. So don't close your trade prematurely. Make sure the trade gets at least very close to your take profit before you exit the trade. Because if you're constantly taking losses in your trades, and you see a trade in profit and you close it prematurely, it's not gonna make up for those losses. So you've got to be patient. Me, I've learned to actually not watch my trade. So in the morning, if I do enter a trade, I'm not gonna check that trade until maybe 2 hours before the daily candle close, because I'm a day trader, and that's when I decide what I want to do. Do I want to leave the trade running until the next day if it's still in profit, or if the trade is still active? So for a couple of hours, I try as much as possible not to check the trade, because I've already set my stop loss. I already know what I can potentially lose if anything goes wrong, and I know what I can potentially win if something goes right. So a couple of months ago, I did set a trade, and that entire day I was living in Houston back then, and there was this blackout that happened. There was no light, none of that. And before that happened, I entered a trade, and after that I couldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, and for 24 hours I had no idea how my trade was performing. And when the light came back, the trade already hit take profit. It was a 1 to 6 risk to reward, and that felt so good. And since that day, I told myself, hey, let your trade run. It's better not to watch your trade, because what's the worst that can happen? There are 2 things that can happen. Either your trade hits stop loss, or it's on its way to hit and take profit. So it's good to have that set and forget rule. That helps you to be a better risk to reward manager. That's my second point. Be a professional risk to reward manager. First point, be an analyst. Second point, be a professional risk to reward manager. Okay, point number 3. It's also very important. As a day trader, you must have a mind of your own. I know you started off in a community, and it's hard for you to think for yourself. Even after 1 or 2 years of trading, you still feel the need for someone to confirm your analysis. You still feel the need to be in a community so someone else can think what you're thinking, and you guys can enter a trade together. You need ideas from other people. That's not bad. There's nothing wrong with actually getting a second opinion from someone you trust. But at the end of the day, everyone is just speculating. No one really knows what's going to happen. So if you already have a system that you trust and you have an analysis, it's okay to find, maybe 1 or 2 opinions about your trade. But if you are confident in that trade and someone tells you, no, that's not going to happen, and then you do something called a reanalysis, you check your trade again, and it still makes sense to you, you're gonna have to ignore what those people are saying and trust your guts. Trust your guts all the time and make decisions for yourself. Because the worst thing that can happen is changing your mind because someone says it's not gonna play out, and at the end of the day, the trade ends up playing out and you win. You missed out on so much just from listening to that person. So you want to learn to think for yourself. If you're not yet confident in your own strategy, you might want to backtest it. Maybe the past year, look at how the market has performed. Do a good backtest. Take your notes into a journal and see how your strategy has performed. Know how many trades you can lose in a row. Know how many trades you can win in a row. Just look at how your strategy has performed in the past and develop confidence from that trading forward. So learn to think for yourself. Don't rely on other people. Don't rely on signals. Don't rely on your mental signals, especially when you already know what you're doing, because it's really gonna slow your learning curve. You want to break that barrier and start to be confident in your own trade. So self-confidence is very, very important with trading, and always trust your guts and never rely on anybody else to, because in this trading industry or community, whatever it is you want to call it, people have strong opinions about every single thing. You post an analysis, there's always going to be someone out there telling you, this is wrong, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. It's annoying. I've left so many communities on Instagram, Telegram because of that. Everyone is just coming with these strong opinions on why they think this is gonna happen. And if you tell them, hey, show me your track record, they can't even show you anything because they're not making money, they're not profitable. But they feel they think you just know things. But at the end of the day, it is your money. Treat it how you want. You need to be very confident. It's your money, not theirs. You don't have to listen to them. So listen to yourself, learn to trust your gut, and when you finally trust your gut, you need to build that wall around you, that helps you to be focused. If you have to leave these groups, leave them temporarily until you're confident in yourself. Then you can join them back, just to get some opinions. But as of now, you got to be confident in your own strategy if you want to be profitable. You cannot make money if you're listening to other people's opinion. It's just not possible. So moving on to the next point, you have to treat trading as a business.
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you!
Sorry, sir.
Hey! Dada, why?
Business.
If you haven't opened a business account, I strongly recommend you register a business, open a bank account, feel that professional environment of you starting a business and begin to treat trading as a business. If you own a business, you have specific times that you do certain things. If you have a business, there's a time you open your shop, there's a time you close your shop. As a trader, there should be specific times where you literally open the chart and do analysis. You need to have specific times. If it's 2 times a day, have specific times you do that. If it's 3 times a day, have specific times you actually open the chart. If it's once a day, which I've personally been doing in the past few weeks, I've only been just checking my charts once a day, and that's in the morning at 6 a.m. I'm trying to add one more time to it, and that's in the night before I sleep around 10:30 p.m. So in the night at 10:30 p.m. and in the morning at 6 a.m. Those are the 2 times I would do my analysis. So you must have specific times that you want to do your analysis. That makes you more professional. That helps you to think clearly, because if you're always checking the charts, you're going to be seeing random things, and that thing can affect you psychologically because the market is just so random and doesn't move in a straight line. So you want to protect your mental health so that it's at ease and it's at peace all the time. And you want to just have specific times where you analyze. And the last point I want to leave you with is take your time. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I've personally experienced a delay in my success because I was impatient. That's one of the number one problems many traders are having. It's hard for them to take their time. Let's say I've been trading for 4 years and I know if I had taken my time at some point, I would have been where I am right now in the past 2 years. But because I tend to rush things, I tend to make the wrong decisions, I tend to break my own rules, it affects the progress. And what it does is it extends, your success. It literally postpones your success. Every time you break a rule, what you're meant to achieve in March, you end up achieving it in September, later in the year, because you make a mistake you could have avoided in the first place. So you've got to take your time, you've got to be patient. It's good to be patient for 6 months. Like, take 6 months of serious hard work, repeating the same thing over and over, which is you following your rules. I would rather do that for 6 months than breaking my rule in between and allowing one trade to affect me. Because if one trade if you allow one trade to affect you, it can literally destroy what you've worked over the years for. If let's say you made profit in January, February, March, April, very consistent months, you followed your rules, and then May comes along, you decide to be stubborn, you decide to be greedy, you can mess up 4 months profit in just one trade by being greedy, by being arrogant. So it's very important to be patient. If a trade is affecting your psychology, or you feel like you're being greedy, you have to snap out of it immediately, because it can literally destroy everything you've worked so hard to build. It happens with so many people. It happens with hedge funds manager when they just decide to be arrogant and cocky, and they blow billions of dollars in just one single trade. You don't want to be that trader. You want to make sure you always follow your rules, you're patient, you analyze the market more than you trade, and you're a good risk to reward manager, and all those things I've mentioned. Try to practice them, and I wish you best of luck in your journey as a trader or as an analyst. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that, and make sure you hit that like button. It really helps my YouTube algorithm. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video when I post it. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope this video really helps you guys.